All right, so here we are, round 1, and this is a keep. So Wasteland Viper into Crowned Ceratok. A wee bit slow, but certainly acceptable. Opponent mulls to 5 on the play, which is good for us. Alright, well, Wasteland Viper into Ceratok into Xertosswine. Acceptable. We're bringing the beef. Where is the beef? Ah, Basilica Screecher. It's a good card. Alright. So we'll get in there. Yeah, Extort, as I mentioned before, my favorite mechanic from Gatecrash. Just a very powerful mechanic. Excellent way to win in the late game. Ah, Razor Tip Whip. I kind of like seeing that because it's not that good. Ooh, talk about a perfect draw. Well, good news is our opponent can't extort. So we're going to swing with the Wormine Infantry. Leave back the Viper and play the Ceratok. Alright, Guild Mage. Sure. So I'm going to pre-combat the land just because it threatens more combat tricks and we have plenty of cards left in our hand, so it doesn't matter. Play the attack with the infantry rather. Leave back the Viper and play the Ceratok. So next turn we threaten what? 4, 8, 9, plus 5, 14 damage. Not too bad. Alright, so I'm gonna block here. Okay. One card left in our opponent's hand. And I'm fine trading a Wasteland Viper for an aerial maneuver here. I can't play Guild Mage and activate an attack with a land. Otherwise, I probably would to get in for 12. But that's all right. We're going to play the Xertosswine, which is good. Okay. So let's get in here. And next turn we can actually play the Guild Mage and then attack. So that's really good. So let's get in for our 6, play the Xertosswine, and pass. Okay. The Extort is real. Yeah, Extort's just such a good mechanic. Such a strong mechanic, I should say. I don't know how balanced it is, but that's why I always want to play it, because it is just remarkably strong. So, can we threaten lethal on the backswing? Yeah, we can. Hellkite Tyrant too, jeez. So, yeah, I can play the Guild Mage. I can attack for 16. It's going to force a block. I think we probably want to do that. Get an Extort off the table. If I play the Tyrant, my opponent has another cheap removal spell. They can triple Extort. So I think we force them to block here. Especially considering next turn. No, I was going to say I can. I don't think I can, though. I was going to say I could. Let's just get Guild Mage down. Play a mountain. We'll make a forest. A 4/4 creature and swing for 16 or 17 rather. So this way our opponent's got it. They have to chump. Or not chump, but trade. Which is just fine. Well, that's cool. I like that too. Okay, Gideon. Thankfully, this Gideon is still very beatable. So we're just going to kill our opponent now. And I guess we didn't have to show him a Hellkite Tyrant, which is nice. So let's make our creature first. Play a land. Swing the team. And we can give trample if we have to, but we don't even have to. Okay. So, opponent's deck looks good. Other than the Razor Tip Whip, which I guess is fine alongside Extort. Keeps a steady stream of damage going. And Extort's just good. Extort is just super powerful mechanic, and our opponent only played Extort creatures, so that could be scary, depending on how many they have. We were passing some fairly late ones, to be honest, but Gruul Charm, what does that deal with? It deals with the Screecher, but that's the only creature we saw so far, and we already have one, so that's probably not necessary. I could run another Active Treason, probably also not necessary. Skullcrack, I guess, technically does something against Extort, but it just doesn't do enough otherwise. And we're going to have to deal with Gideon. But like I said, this Gideon is much more beatable than ones from the past. Admittedly, Borborygmos is looking a wee bit slow, but it always is. I still think we'll probably give it a chance. I mean, we were close to 8 mana there, so... Alright, fine. Okay, so no green mana. We do have the 2-drop. We have a Mugging. We're on the draw. We have Ember Beast. I think we're going to risk this hand. If we get any mana, we can at least play Ember Beast, ideally, into Cinder Elemental. And if we get the green mana, this hand really gets to get going. And the Mugging lets us kill the first Extort creature, which I think is relevant. Uh-oh. That's not the draw we wanted. Borborygmos Enraged. Much better on turn 12 than turn 1. Well, no 2-drop. I guess that's good news. No 2-drop for us either, though. And we're the aggressive deck. Alright, I'm not too concerned about Court Street Denizen. So, drop the beast. The beast. Unleash the beast. Can't attack or block alone, though. Quite the disadvantage on this board. At least they can attack together if you have multiple Ember Beasts. Alright, well, found our mugging target. Wouldn't mind a green mana here, that'd be nice. Ooh, not quite. Alright, so we'll kill this creature. Can't attack, though. Can't play anything. Two cards left in our opponent's hand. This is a good opportunity for us to draw something here. Alright, I think we're going to discard Borborygmos. So we'll play the Cinder Elemental. So we're going to take 6. So if I can play, if my opponent doesn't have anything, I can play a creature. Well, looks like we're dead. So, alright, go to the next game here. I kind of want to drop Borborygmos now. I kind of just needed the reminder of why I probably shouldn't be playing an 8-drop, and that game was just that. So let's dump Borborygmos plan. And I guess go on a second Act of Treason. I'm not in love with it, but here we are. Could do another Gruul Charm, I guess. Yeah, because Gruul Charm can actually kill Daring Skyjack too. Second Gruul Charm or second Act of Treason? You know what? Because my opponent's creatures are actually pretty bad, we're going to do the Gruul Charm instead. Our opponent's creatures are all like 2/2, 1/1 value stuff. Even our first Act of Treason kind of looks bad for that reason. They don't have good beaters. There's probably Alms Beast in there, I guess, but do I want to do Skullcrack instead? It doesn't seem great. Do I want to do Riot Gear? Not especially. Alright, I guess we'll leave the one Act of Treason. I just don't have a alternative I'm happy with. Skullcrack's not doing it for me. Although maybe Skullcrack would end up honestly dealing more damage than Act of Treason would. But Act of Treason also gets rid of a blocker, which is really important. So, alright, let's just do it like this. Alright, we'll play first. Now, opposite problem. We'll keep it, though, because we've got a lot of plays to make. We're running 17 lands, so it doesn't seem unreasonable that we would draw something that helps his hand. Plus, even Scab Clan Charger can be used as a combat trick here, so at least we're keeping busy early. That's all our deck. All we really need from our deck. Well, opponent deliberated for a while and then kept at 7, so that probably indicates their hand just needs one type of card to be good, probably a land. Well, that was a good draw. So let's get in with the Viper and play a Disciple. That was a good draw, too. Okay. No extort. Okay, so we attack with everything. If our opponent blocks Guildmage with the Corpse Blockade, we'll ditch the Skinbrand Goblin. And to get the Death Touch, they'll have to sack the Syndic, so that means we'll trade a Guildmage and a Skinbrand for a Corpse Blockade and a Syndic of Tides, which is acceptable. Another thing I can do, which is actually reasonable, is Slaughterhorn. And then I can actually follow up with the Skinbrand Goblin, so I get another creature on board. That leaves me with 3 creatures to my opponent's 0 creatures. It pushes... I think it's going to push more damage through next turn, too, especially with the active Treason. I mean, my other option is just use the Skinbrand Goblin. Because trading a Slaughterhorn in a Scarred Guildmage for a Corpse Blockade and a Syndic is slightly worse, but I think this is actually... I think I'm just going to do it so I can get more creatures out there. Because we're just on the offensive here, so let's just do this one. So we'll Blood Rush here. My opponent will sack the Syndic. We'll follow up with the Skinbrand Goblin. Oh, wow. Well, this is way better for us. I have no idea why my opponent didn't sack there. I guess they're just not worried about the Guildmage, I guess. Balstrade Spy. Okay. So we can active Treason here and just bash for 8, which is a lot. Alright, so they got rid of a Gruul Charm in a mountain. Gruul Charm would have dealt with that Balstrade Spy. Alright, so let's just active Treason this and get in. Alright. So opponent's at 6. Okay, Gideon, no big deal there. One card. Wait. You're going to use Gideon, right? So opponent should be dead with the Scab Clan Charger. I can't think of something that would stop us at 1 black mana. Just in case, I'd rather them kill the Skin Brand Goblin. All right, cool. Got round 1. We'll see you round 2.